saying anything? People, it's me. No, it's great to be back in the South. Last time we were down here, we were at dinner last night, and we went out for fried chicken, mashed potatoes, all the good stuff. And I feel like I'm covered in Western oils. Not in a good way. And we were talking about what we were, when Scott and I were down here many years back, we were traveling around, and we went to a big fancy plantation home and did all history stuff, and then we went out for dinner, and we ate something that didn't agree with Scott, right? And it didn't agree with me. And so the next morning, we're in the car, we're driving somewhere, and I said to Scott, because it's still happening, totally serious, filling up the undies, and I'm like, oh my God, please, find someplace. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do? I said, I don't know. I've never been in this situation before. So we find a little place that it looks like there's nothing there, okay? It's a little dirt track off at the side. And we stop, and I somehow position myself to get out of the car, and I'm walking, I'm like, okay, this is the trick. He's like, what? I said, you gotta help me get my pants off, and then my underpants off, but you can't let it touch me. He says, sit down, I can take your shoes off. I said, I can't sit down. I'll be covered if I sit down. Anyway, we got the shoes off, we get the pants off, and I finally get to the point where we have to take the undies off, right? Remember, I'm in a place, public area, no one's around, but I'm standing with a pair of underwear full of I pull them down, I get them out, and I go, and I walk over, and I just hang them on this thing. Don't know what it was, and I turn to Scott, and he's got his camera out. Like, what are you taking pictures for? He said, just back up a little. I'm like, back up a little? Look at me, I'm covered. He said, back up a little and cover yourself up. So I covered myself, and he said, smile, and I went, this is really weird. I'm like, if this is something you haven't been telling me in the first 10 years of our relationship, this is weird. I walk over to him and he says, look at this, and I turn and I look at the camera and I flip through and I get to the picture and I'm like, oh my God, I hung my underpants on a sign. He took a picture of me standing next to it. Do you know what the sign said? No dumping. About that last night because think of the people who came up after that and they're like, honey, look, what is that? Oh my God! Nothing comes between me and my Calvins. Oh, some of you got that. A generational thing, right? How are you? You good? What's your name? Laura. Oh, Laura. Have you ever been in a situation like that? No? You can't say that you have. Do you ride? You look like you're a rider of horses. Sometimes? Yeah? Have you ever heard the expression, hung like a donkey? Hold on a second. I've worked with a lot of signers before, and you had a little bit of flair at the end of yours. Hung like a donkey. Good luck explaining that on the way home, folks. Yes. Oh, yes. Where are our deaf friends? Where are they? Where are they? Just one. Oh, you're right there. Okay. Completely deaf? Just sign language. Oh, we haven't that before. Yes, we have. At which con? Dragon Con. Gotcha. The lights in my face. I can't really see someone. You don't know how to applaud for deaf people? Ready?
Oh, dear God.
I'm so glad you did that. You know why? Normally I say, let's applaud for deaf people, and they go, woo! I'm like, shut up, they can't hear you! No point in whooping
of you who have been to my photo ops, trying to explain to you how we have to get around all this stuff that's going on at the moment, which is totally legitimate, but I don't want to change by not letting you have fun in my photo ops, you know what I'm saying? Right? So I'm like having to tell everybody, make sure you tell me what you want, because if you come in, and that's why the song, tell me what you want, what you really, really want, get it? See, there's always a method to my madness. Because if you come in and go, do something crazy, I'm like, oh, no, not right now. Ooh, lawsuits. But if you say, grab me, do whatever, I'll be happy to do it. It's consensual then, right? And that's the only way it's ever appropriate, if it's consensual. However, hung like a donkey. I'm just gonna throw it in every now and then and just see what happens. We'll think of some other ones. If you come up with any, just say them, see what happens. Hello, Captain Jack. How are you? Very good. Oh, okay, so I like to go to questions. You know me, I like to feed off of you guys, because I'm a vampire in that way. Do we have a mic there? Yeah? Well, we got one here, and then we have a microphone there, so if you want to line up, that's all the questions? Are you kidding me? We're going to be done early. Go ahead.
My question is, how did Kelsey get her job?
How did Kelsey get her job? Kelsey had a job before she met me, and Kelsey worked with another company who represented people at conventions and things, and so I started working with Kelsey and this other company, and then decided I needed someone to help out organizing my life and Scott's life and all the traveling we do and all the places we go to, and with family and all sorts of stuff. So I said, Kelsey, do you want to be my personal assistant? And she said yes, and I said, how would you like to set up our own company? So we did, and we now have a company called E13, which represents actors like Ming and Victor and you know, a lot of the other people here at conventions and things like that. So that's how it all started. She landed on her feet. She did, and she's like, come in, Kelsey. See? That young lady, yeah, and so I come out and do the work, and she sits and eats yogurt with frozen dipping dots. Yeah, what the hell are dipping dots? I have no idea what dipping dots are. Don't hate me because of that. What is it?
Ice cream.
It's just frozen ice cream. But that's like, it tastes like styrofoam balls. It's really good, by the way. Dippin' Dots love it. Are you 12?
You got the wrong flavor!
No, she asked how you got your job. I told her. Yeah, I told her to do it. She landed on her feet. She's all right. There was a post the other night. I posted a picture of all of us together. I can't remember where we were, and there was some comments. And one of the comments down was, is Kelsey everywhere with you? Does Kelsey do everything with you? Does she not have a job? Does she not have, like, I am her job? I'm not even. Oh, wait a minute. Who's more difficult? Me? Where's Scott? Scotty, come here. I think I need to have this taken in a little. It looks very big, doesn't it? What? Working out, man. Come here, Scotty. Kelsey, we love Scott, but who's more high maintenance? Scott. Say hi to everyone. Hello. Would you like to see him in an outfit?
Yes!
I have one back there. Go put it on. What is it? You'll find out. I just told him the no dumping story. Did you hear it? You heard a bit of it? I am not telling that story.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
It involves stripping.
Yes!
I'll tell you later. Ask me later. Thank you. Yes, over here.
I know that you like to play pranks on your coworkers. I was wondering if you and Scott like to prank each other, and what's the best prank one of you has pulled?
Ooh. The tags drive me crazy. 65 tags to tell you how to wash it, where it's from, who made it, who bought it, who ate it. Who pooped it out and hung it on a sign, hung like a donkey? Now you can point around corners. I don't see people who can do that. Anyway, who plays the best? We don't really prank each other. I do, like for instance, the other night we were in Palm Springs and he was in the bathroom. And he was, Scott's got braces at the moment, so he was cleaning his teeth. And it takes like 2.5 hours now to clean his teeth. So I'm standing and I could see in the reflection we have, if he's in the bathroom here, the bathroom door is here, there's a wall here, and then there's the bedroom, but there's a big glass wall we have which looks to the mountain. So I'm standing here at the wall with the door and I can hear him behind, but what I didn't realize is that he could see my reflection in the window. And I'm standing, and I'll stand for an hour if I have to scare somebody. So I'm standing there and the dogs are looking around me like, treat time, treat time. I'm like, oh, go away. And they're looking at me like 20 minutes later, you're crazy. I'm committed. So I'm standing there, I'm standing there, I'm standing there, I'm standing there, and finally I think, okay, it's time. He's walking towards the door, and as I turn, he goes, ah! I'm like, ah! Well, what are you doing that for? He said, because you're about to do it to me. Just so you know, smarty pants, I can see in the window. And I'm like, ah. So I did it the next night with the blind down, and he didn't see me. That scared me shit himself. I hung it on a sign. Yes.
Okay, I'm almost scared to ask this after the no dumping story.
I'm sitting down for this one then.
But we all have certain smells that make us happy. Or bring back special memories. Tell me something that makes you happy.
Something that makes me happy,
A
or
smell.
a
A smell that makes you happy.
You're just gonna get nostrils in that picture down there. You know that. A smell that makes me happy? I like, okay, it's sentimental. I like the smell of banana bread because it reminds Wait, come here! Come here! Come here! Obviously now you know who's the one who walks in heels. You look pretty good in that. Okay, you kept them on, good. Thank you. You've all heard that story, haven't you? You've all seen it online. How do I walk in these things? You don't walk like that. You walk heel toe. Look at him. Are you all right? Don't hurt yourself, I need you. Okay, Scott, what smell makes you happy? Yeah, we've been asked the question, what smell? Mine is like walking and smelling banana bread because it reminds me of my mother, right? And my mother cooks banana bread all the time. There's no other real... dog smell? Puppy smell. You like puppies? Like Dick... He said Dixie, our dog. It just didn't sound like that. Get up. Yes, our puppy's name is Dixie. By the way, if you want a photograph of me with Dixie and sign it, the proceeds go to the Humane Society. So, is that okay? What smell do you like?
Fresh cut grass.
Fresh cut grass. Oh, come to California. You can smell that walking down by the supermarket. Come on, people. Come on. I know it's not the law here in Atlanta, but when it does, you'll smell it everywhere. Yes.
Hi, John.
Hi.
I don't have a question. I just want to say I'm a...
Fine, piss off then. Next.
A great fan, and I have a present for you.
Go ahead, what?
I have a present for you.
You want to give it to me here, or do you want to give it to me at the table?
Wherever. It's homemade port.
Port?
Yes.
Get up here. Homemade? There's no like LSD or anything in it. Oh wait, but is it from Knocking Point? Oh, it's yours. There's laxatives in there. Oh, you're in the front row, so beware. Because when I start kicking, it starts spraying. Christmas port, thank you very much. Port makes me fart. I'm not kidding. Yes, over here.
Hi.
Hi.
The question is, out of all the characters.
What language are you speaking?
I hate mics.
Well, if you want to talk to me, you gotta hold one, so shut up and speak. Well, hello, welcome to my world.
So
Nobody got that one.
I got it.
Goodness gracious. This is what I hate about these open rooms, that everything just dissipates. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, out of all the characters that you've played, who is your
I never say
favorite?
favorite, I never answer favorite questions.
Okay.
If I answer a favorite question, you will never let me change my mind.
That is true. I will, but okay, which do you prefer?
No, I don't answer that either. So you may as well sit your ass down. Next question. No, I don't answer favorite or preferences. Because, you know, I might change my mind tomorrow. I might be doing a Doctor Who convention and I have to talk about that. So, you know, all the characters are each special in their own way, and they've all, you know, Captain Jack changed my life on Doctor Who, and then it led me to Arrow from Malcolm Merlyn, and Malcolm Merlyn has led me to other things like Scandal and different types of shows, and so each of them have their own place, but none of them I would say is my utmost favorite, because the one that is my favorite, I ain't gonna tell you. I have to have some secrets, right? Yeah. That's it. Bye. Yes.
Hi, I have my deranged friend with me, so shout out to the three of
Who?
my deranged friend.
Okay.
Donna.
Well, you're the crazy one. You're talking.
This is true. So my question is, if you could participate in a crossover with Torchwood and Arrow, which of your characters from those two shows would you like to play, and what do you think would happen in this display of weirdness?
I'd play both of them. Why wouldn't I? I'd play both of them, and then Malcolm Merlyn would beat the crap out of Captain Jack Harkness, and just beat living pulp out of him, and Captain Jack would kind of like it. And then just as Malcolm Merlyn thought the captain was down and was obviously going to die, or is dead, Jack would come back to life, grab Malcolm, pin him on the ground, and make passionate love to him. How they film that with me, I don't know. You know, 50-50, all right? Thank you. And hi to your deranged friend. There you go.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Random question. If you could be in any Broadway musical, which one would it be?
Well, I've done pretty much all of them. No. If I could be in any Broadway musical, which one would it be? I would, well, put it this way. I've seen, this is the most current one that I've seen twice already, which is Hamilton. If I could, and I know I was being asked about it in the London production, but I couldn't make it work, I'd love to just kind of jump in and play King George for a couple of weeks. How many know Hamilton? Great. But what's your favorite? What's your musical that you would like to see me do?
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, I didn't know that was a musical.
I would like to see you do with Kinky Boots.
Kinky Boots.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, but what you guys got to remember is I ain't 20 anymore. You know?
By now.
I know I'm good at heels, but you know, the story's about a 20-year-old guy coming out of the closet. I could be his dad. I could be Kinky Dad.
20?
I look 20, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Liar. What? The producers, I've already done that one. Shut up. Yeah, so Kinky Boots, thank you. I know Kinky Boots, I know this music's really good. Yeah. Thank you. I never know if people are done, they just kind of go like this. Yes.
Okay, so you let it slip one time in one of your videos about Hollow Earth coming to Amazon Video. Is there any...
I let it slip that I was going to Amazon to have a meeting with them about making it into a TV show.
Is there any new news?
None so far, no. However, we have just released a press release about a new comic that my sister and I and Erica Lewis are doing called Cursed. And it's the first time that an actor has starred in a comic. So it's Cursed starring John Barrowman, and it's my image. And it's about a Celtic story that we've created from Celtic times and way back into the 1700s up to the present day. And it jumps back and forth a little bit, but it's not so much about the Celts as it is about the Celtic gods. And I don't want to spoil it, but if you want to go read it, it's on Legendary's website, the comic book, that's who we're doing it with. We're also having it on Line Webtoons, which is coming out, I think it comes out next spring. So we're really excited about that because Webtoons is such a vast readership that it will open it up to a whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I'm like a donkey. Or like a helicopter. Been on a few of those too. Anyway! Yes, over here.
Acting career between Doctor Who.
I know, I have that problem with people. I fluster them.
So between like Doctor Who and the Arrowverse, what just challenged your acting capabilities like this? Like the most?
I have to be totally honest with you. I'm not one of those actors who stresses out about that kind of thing. Like I gotta get into character, because the one thing that's beautiful about reading well-written characters is the fact that you can put your own personality into them. And then really good writers, like Russell T Davies, figures out how to put your personality then into the character in the writing. And they started doing that a little bit with Arrow towards the end, before Malcolm got blown up. That's okay. Trust me, he's dead.
No.
So that's the great thing is with television, you're able to play your personality if they get it right. So I wouldn't say it's been a challenge, all the time, the schedule, the doing the physical stuff on it, but playing part of my personality is really easy. Malcolm Merlyn, I'm not a mean guy or a bad guy, but playing that was a little bit of a challenge, but I had to get up in the morning and just, when I'd go to set, I'd be bubbly on set, but as soon as the camera rolls, I was an asshole. You know, it was easy. So yeah, it was good though. Good fun. You're welcome. Yes.
Hi. So I'm a huge fan of the Big Finish audios for Tour.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
I just did another one.
I know, that's what I was going to ask about.
Can't tell ya.
No, not even
No.
anything about this past week at all?
All I'll say is the whole cast is back together.
Yeah, I saw.
Original.
I'm so excited. So
That was it?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you could give us any hints about it
No,
all.
that's all I can tell you. It's the whole original cast back together. So, yeah,
Well,
that's
I
it.
look forward to it.
Good. And have you bought the last ones?
Yes.
Captain
Oh my God.
John?
Yes, and the aliens among us. I'm that cliffhanger. So excited.
Yeah, none of them know what you're talking about. That's all right. That's good. Thank you. Yes.
I was wondering if you can answer the next question in your Scottish accent. And
I was wondering if you'll pay me $100. I'm kidding.
I don't know if you can see my shirt.
I can't see a thing, and the lights are right in my eyes. I just see that you're carrying a child, or is that a big bag?
She's sleeping.
She's sleeping. What does your shirt say? Oh, she's coming up. If lost, please return to John Barrowman. Oh, thank you. I would have no idea what to do with you. The what? Her shirt says, Stephen. Oh, that's so cute. Please return to Stephen Amell. He's good with kids. He has a daughter. Yeah. No, so yeah, okay. Thank you. Well, if you're lost and you do find me, good luck. Did you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just answer her question in your Scottish accent.
Oh, answer her question. What was their question? Oh, her question. Go ahead.
Hi.
Better be a good one.
I was wondering how it feels to be such like a big gay icon, because you're my hero and I love you.
How does it feel to be a big gay icon? Fabulous. The one thing when I started my career, I never thought that I would be someone who stood on a soapbox to fight for other people's rights. But when I started seeing that people were having their rights taken away from them, whether they were lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, gender non-conforming, whatever, straight, right? Everybody's having issues, not only at the moment, but in the past, having their rights taken away from them. I started to stand up and scream about it, and it consequently led me to being spoken to by the British government to change laws, and David Cameron helping the Conservative government there change laws. They were the ones who made gay marriage legal in the UK, and also doing things with other parts of the community, and that's how I got my MBE, which is an honour bestowed to me by the Queen and the British government. So to become someone who didn't think they were going to have to do any of that, to someone who is now, I speak up for human rights, as I call them, rather than labeling it all just LGBTQ, straight, bi, whatever rights, it's human rights. So I have always said to people, if you don't have a voice in the town or the village you come from, because people won't let you have that voice, I'll have the big voice for you, and I'll tell them to piss off and shut up.
Gracias, amigo, por haber visto una repetición de nuestro programa de Noticias Geek TV. Te invitamos a que nos veas en vivo todos los días de lunes a viernes a las 7 p.m. hora este de los Estados Unidos. Y si te suscribes a nuestro canal, recuerda que también puedes participar en todas las rifas que hacemos a través de nuestras redes sociales. Gracias, hasta la próxima.